We're going to learn how to operate with integers, operations of math, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and integers, negative values. We have both positive and negative values. That's what an integer is. So how do we work with those numbers when we have positives and negatives? There's some tricks, things you need to know, some rules that will apply. Let's get to it. First and foremost, here I'm multiplying because I have two numbers side by side in algebra. You don't always have to show 5 times -4. As long as they're side by side with no operation given, the operation wanted to be done is multiplication. So 5 times -4, positive times a negative. Positive times a negative will come out as a negative, so my final result is -20 there. That is the rule of multiplication and of division. So if I'm taking a positive number and dividing it by a negative number, I get a negative result as well. Here I'm multiplying a negative times another negative. Two negatives being multiplied together will equal a positive. So -3 times -8 comes out as positive 24. And there is your rules with multiplication. Again, two numbers being divided that are both negative, they'd come out as a positive answer. Now, here I'm subtracting. Okay, now they're asking me to take 5 minus -4. I have double negatives here, so what I'm really doing is adding. So this is really a 5 plus 4. All right, 5 plus 4 is going to give me a grand total of 9. Now, if I take this similar looking problem over here, where they're asking me here 5 minus -4, here they're saying 5 plus -4. I'm adding a value that's negative. I'm adding a value that's dropping it. Okay, so 5 plus -4 is really a subtraction problem, 5 minus 4. Now, if you were able to do all of these problems here, you're going to be prepared and set up for a problem that has a little bit more to go along with it. Let me show you exactly what that would look like. As long as you know your rules and you're good with adding and subtracting, that's the key. That's the one that's always tricky for students to figure out how to add and subtract positive and negative values. If you got that down, you should be able to tackle a problem like this with no issues. Okay, here, what are the operations that you have to have down? You have to know how to multiply positive and negative values. You'll need to know how to subtract. I bet we get a negative over here because we're taking a positive times a negative. So we're going to have to subtract a negative value. All right, so here we go. 8 times -9. Positive times a negative equals a negative. 8 times 9 is 72. Minus 6 times -3. 6 times -3 is going to come out as -18. So back to that rule of where we're subtracting a negative. I'm subtracting a negative value. What I'm really doing is adding. So I'm going to get -72 plus 18. Now I have to think about this. I got to take a second right now and process what am I really doing here. Use a number line to help you through this process. If I'm at 0, -72 is way over here. So I'm right there, and they want me to add 18. Adding means I'm getting bigger, meaning I should be going to the right, back towards 0. I'm going to go 18 spaces over from -72 on a number line. I'm going to end up at -54. So your final result for this problem would be -54. Thank you for sticking around. I hope this makes sense. Drop a comment if you have any questions, and good luck on your upcoming test.